Welcome into Lehi High School for KSL Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week, as we've got the top teams in Region 7 squaring off for you here this evening as the Mountain Ridge Sentinels come on the road to take on the Lehi Pioneers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Have what should be a fantastic matchup for you tonight here on Game Night Live Rewind. And two teams coming in 5-1 in region play, tied atop Region 7, both with 15 points coming into the matchup. And the winner will be in sole first place after tonight. We'll start off by introducing the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. This is a team, they are young. Coach Arthur, what a job he's doing here in his second year. Acknowledged last year would have been the first year of this program. We're playing a lot of youth. Obviously, COVID had its impact, but here in the official second year of the program, it has been some youngsters that have been spectacular, and it all starts with the sophomore keep, Ben Ma. What a year he has had, 5 shutouts on the season for Ma. And talking with Coach Arthur, he said, look, it's our defense that we really try to lock other teams down on. Their leading scorer this year is a senior, Tyler Moon, 6 goals on the year. And then following that up is another senior, Jacob Twitchell, has 3. We introduced the Lehi Pioneers. The last time we saw the Pioneers, it was here on their home turf. They were taking on the Alta Hawks, and Lehi got an overtime win thanks to the youngster Yo Aiken was able to score it late in regulation, I believe, if I recall correctly, and then got an overtime winner from the Pioneers. It gave them, kept them within range of Mountain Ridge, and Lehi has played well since then. Victory over Orem, 3-0, and sets up this big matchup tonight. This Lehi defense really stood on their heads in that game against Alta, had some big-time saves. And you talk about big-time saves, Rhett Anderson, the senior keep for Lehi, was fantastic that night against Alta. And see if he can be fantastic again today here at home against the Sentinels. Lehi won the first matchup between these two in overtime, 1-0. Mountain Ridge felt like they maybe let one get away. They'll have a chance for revenge here on the road as the Sentinels take on the Pioneers on Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week. And underway here at Lehi High School. Lehi wearing the black kits here at home, and Mountain Ridge wearing the white and red. This ball sent ahead into the box, and Anderson will secure it for the Pioneers. We talk about the defenses of these two sides. They have the best scoring defenses in region play. Both these two teams coming in 5-1. We mentioned that. Just 2 goals given up by Mountain Ridge, as that ball was just in front of Aiken. He's unable to catch up to it. Just 2 goals conceded by Mountain Ridge, only 4 given up by Lehi. As we start the second half of region play for these teams. And we've got an early stoppage here. Card given there. Tough to see some of these Lehi numbers. We'll do our best to bring them to you. Looked like that was Ross Kelly picking up the early booking. Be a free kick here for Mountain Ridge, just beyond 40 yards out. This ball chipped into the box. Lehi able to lead it out, although couldn't get it across midfield. Pioneers now trying to settle it down. Here's Graham. Going with it again. Here come the Sentinels. Oh, nice move into the box. And up close, Anderson with another big save. We talked about the game he had against Alta. And that one kind of slowly built up to a prime opportunity just 4 yards away there, I believe, for Twitchell. And it is that Lehi defense once again. Rhett Anderson coming up with a close save. In play here from Anderson, keeps it with his defense. They try to move it up here through the Sentinel side. That deflected back off of Schultz. He has it now for Mountain Ridge. Trying to find some space. Now looking to the middle. That ball will roll through. And it's given away. I think that's Bambro that came up with it. And the whistle there called on Mountain Ridge. In play here. It was just a step in front of Nephi. He let that ball roll through. Pushed wide and was just in front of the Pioneer teammate, as it will be Mountain Ridge here to throw in. Here's Aiken. Nephi trying to hold it here for Lehi. He's able to gain it. Nice move there. Little burst as he plays this up the line with his teammate Christian Jones. Jones in the corner. Able to get that out. Deflected by Welsh of Mountain Ridge. And we'll head to the corner with the Pioneers. Substitution. Ross Kelly trying to come back on. And they will make that substitution now. Lehi from the corner. That ball headed out. Last touched by Mountain Ridge. We'll do it again. Talk about this Region 7. Alta had a game this afternoon against Timpview. T-Birds kept that one close. Alta with a 2-1 victory. As this ball headed out of the box. Lehi still with it. Couple of deflections by this Mountain Ridge defense. Aiken, that. And we've got a whistle here. Lehi fans wanted the handball, but had a whistle first there by our center. Called on the Pioneers. That Alta squad was up 2-0 on Timpview. Look at this Region 7 and Alta, which is at a surprising 500 in region play, 3-3. Timpview was right behind them at 3-3. Critical game that the Hawks able to get a win in. Had a surprising loss to Mountain View earlier this week, the Hawks did. To drop them 2 games back of these two, as Twitchell was putting the run on there. Anderson able to get it away. Mountain Ridge tried to settle. Aiken able to break it up for Lehi. Now chips a ball over the top. Was looking again the way of Jones, but that well beyond him. Gathered by Ben Maw. The sophomore's kick takes a bounce. Had good rain here earlier. Certainly dampened the field. Forecast calling for additional showers. But those chances dropping as the evening wears on. Nephi sends the ball looking for Aiken. Aiken able to track this down. Has support. Bustos leaves that one, deflected on the one-timer as it will bounce out, and Lehi again heading here to the corner. I think it was maybe Bambro that came up to try to get the shot off. And it'll be Joseph Graham. Here to take it from the flag. Graham's kick headed out immediately. I think it was Welker, the sophomore. And just couldn't possess that on the sideline. Ball given up to Lehi at midfield. Here's Nephi. He chips one up for Aiken. Aiken won't be able to track that one down. It'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Sentinels. Midfield sent back up. Ball loose. Lehi was nearly able to get there. Last touched by Mountain Ridge. It'll be Cade Preston here to throw in. Looking for Nephi, headed it up, but a whistle called here. On the push on the challenge in the air. So free kick coming up here for the Pioneers. As it's Nephi and Joseph Graham. Graham is unmarked. Nephi looking to send one backside of the box in the air and headed out. Gathered by Ma. Ma looking to send one up the field quickly for Twitchell. Contact there, and Twitchell meant no ill will on the play. Of course, contact there, and easy call there for our center. Kept in play. Here's Ross Kelly. Nephi with it. Trying to play just one more step to the middle. Kind of taken away by the Sentinel D. And then that ball broken up by Tyler Moon. Sending it ahead as Twitchell was trying to give chase. Couldn't get there before Anderson did. Nephi couldn't get that one away as Gavin Ayers nearly had an opportunity to make his way around, but good help there by the Lehi side, able to repossess it here. Ball sent ahead, looking for Jones, and high off the bounce. Ma will gather, just keep that in. Ball given up. Nephi again was looking up for Jones, but well in front of him. And another kick coming up here for the Sentinels. We talked about Lehi. Been a whole game since we saw them last, but you look at this Mountain Ridge squad. 5-1 in region play, 8-2 on the year. Beating Timpanogos 4-0 their last match. Beat RSL before that, 2-1. Victories over Tooele and Timpview in the last couple weeks as well. This Mountain Ridge team playing extremely well. Picked to finish 6th in the preseason region ranking. This Lehi squad was a preseason pick of 5th in this region of 7 teams. So both these two teams nearing the midway point of region play and surpassing what many expected from them. Aiken couldn't stay onside. Just had a quick step just before that ball was sent up. In fact, we talk about Alta now squarely in 3rd place and preseason pick to win this region. That's typically a pretty safe bet given the history of that program. Mountain View was number 2 in that preseason poll, and been a tough region start for them at 2-4. Again, had that nice win over Alta. It'll be the next matchup for these Lehi Pioneers, taking on the Bruins. Here comes Mountain Ridge, looking for a lane. Can't find one, a roller. And you see that Lehi defense, boy, multiple levels of defense there to take away any real lane on the shot. The only opportunity was that roller. Anderson up to the task for his 2nd save of the match. This ball sent ahead, and going to be a pretty easy call there. Twitchell called for the arm in the back, and the center here probably going to have a brief conversation. Anderson will come out to take this. course, we talk about that Alta team. That's the next matchup for Mountain Ridge. Be a critical game for the Hawks, trying to stay alive here for a region title. Aiken looking over with Jones. And that ball headed out. We again will head to the corner here with the Pioneers. Jones will take it for Lehi. This ball curling, and I think it was punched out, as it will be Lehi to throw in on the opposite end. Talk about the job of Coach Arthur. How about the job of Coach Tim Graham here at Lehi? Just 1-3 in their non-region. Pioneers have been strong here in Region 7. They had a couple opportunities there to get the possession. Couldn't do so, and a foul here. And looks like we're going to have a second booking of the match. And this one being given to Graham. So Joseph Graham going to receive the yellow here. Our apologies on the clock. We let that run a little long. We'll catch it up here as soon as this is put back in play. So Ross Kelly picks up the yellow in the first minute. Graham now picking one up here in the 14th. Clock running, but we're going to let it catch up here to our unofficial clock on your screen. This ball headed up. Aiken drops it back. Before it's sent ahead. Good burst here by Lehi, and that forces Mountain Ridge to play it out. So again, we head to the corner with the Pioneers, who've done a really nice job putting some pressure in this offensive third. I think maybe the fourth corner here for the Pioneers in the early going of this match. Into the box and out of the air, handled by Ma. Here comes Mountain Ridge. Moon has it, had Schultz with him. Schultz now gives it back to Moon. Cut off and played out by the Lehi defenses. They'll allow the Pioneers to get settled. McIntyre will throw this in for Mountain Ridge. Think about the possession Lehi has held, but it's actually been the Sentinels that have had probably the best looking shots in this match to this point. Have not been able to beat the Lehi defense, and it's plays like that as Nephi does a great job and now going to be called for the whistle. I thought he did a pretty good job defending that from our perspective. The official was right there and called it. This will be a kick straight away for Mountain Ridge, be 23 yards out. Talk about some of the best opportunities in the opening part here. And it has been for the Sentinels. Can they capitalize here? Lehi setting up the wall. Couple of Sentinels prepared to take it. Croton will take it. And Anderson with the save. The putback is in, but the flag was up. The play was offside, and the goal will not count. Anderson had the initial save. Again, it's what he does. It wouldn't have mattered anyway as the play was deemed offside, but boy, that close for Mountain Ridge. Instead, we remain scoreless. Our apologies on the scoreboard. We will get that fixed for you here momentarily. We've got another whistle here as Mountain Ridge was trying to execute quickly, and Moon down right now, trying to get up. It'll be another kick opportunity coming up here for Mountain Ridge from straight away. This time it'll be from 25 yards out. This one chipped, was looking for the corner, just missed it. Good idea there. I think it was Ayers that took this one. Back in play is chipped ahead by Jones. Nice idea there as they were trying to get it to Preston up the sideline. Last touch by Mountain Ridge. So Lehi here will throw in. To the middle. Bustos was looking out for Aiken. Aiken tried to track that one down on the sideline, just missed it. And it will be back now for Mountain Ridge throw-in. Had a call there. Be a kick now for Lehi. This ball into the box, headed out. Moon trying to work it up through the sideline with Welch. Welch trying to head for Schultz. Moon was there to provide some secondary support, but had that get past him. Good to see Colton Marsing back out there, the freshman wearing 21. Remember, he a couple weeks ago in the game against Alta had a strong kick by the Hawks come right at him. And he would have missed the remainder of that match. Good to see the youngster back out there again. Here's Moon having to deal with the freshman Marsing. Whistle here on the freshman. In play quickly is coming up with Welch. This ball falling back. That shot doesn't make its way through. Schultz and a call here. Say he got tripped up. So it'll be another kick coming up here for Mountain Ridge. This one again inside of 30 yards. Is the wall getting its distance put in place here? That one into the wall and deflected out of play. The Lehi defense continuing to do its job is just wrapping up the 21st minute here. Schultz tried to give that one back with Twitchell, played out by Lehi. Still no score. 0-0. In the second meeting between these two teams at the top of Region 7, that one too high. Schultz was trying to get one on frame quickly. Had that sail on him. Substitutions. Well, a substitution coming on here for Lehi. Ammon Cannon. Coming on here for Nephi Swan. Lehi now with the throw-in. They'll leave it here with Preston. Headed up. Jones was trying to bring that ball low. Mountain Ridge defense doing its job. Moon. Working around. Schultz able to keep this in. Nice job there by the sophomore, trying to free up some space and ends up giving that away. Mountain Ridge still with the possession here. Moon lets that roll through. He receives it now. Moon trying to give it back up with Welch. Welch, the center, and that will roll through to Anderson, who called off his defense and was able to handle that. He'll throw it near side. This ball coming out quickly. Jones able to tap it ahead. Now looking to receive it back. Nice tackle there to play that ball out by Mountain Ridge. It's coming up there was Max Palmer. The defenders for this Mountain Ridge squad. Mountain Ridge able to regain it again. Moon. And a foul here, the whistle. Gonna go on Marsing. Both players were to the turf. Mountain Ridge fans wanted a handball call. That was brought down by Weber and then sent out by the Sentinels. Substitutions coming on here for Lehi. Jackson Lofton coming on, as will Braxton Sorensen. So we are in our 25th minute. Ball played ahead through a couple Sentinels. Down and out. Take a moment to thank some of our sponsors here of Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week. If you're looking to make a change in your life, or maybe you want to pick up some new job skills, don't quite know where you're going to get the experience, check out the Utah Army National Guard. Have job training in over 150 different career path options through the National Guard. To learn more, visit nationalguard.com. Here come the Pioneers. Booster with it, trying to regather that. Has it taken away by this Mountain Ridge defense again. Ross Kelly will drop it back. Twitchell couldn't keep that in. Having to go a little retro here at Lehi High School. As, well, thought we had the clock set up and we did not. Our apologies. We will get back on that here. This ball sent back up. And Lehi will throw in. Trying to get that to the middle, cleared away by this defense. Twitchell trying to track that down. And it will be Mountain Ridge here to throw in. Broken up, tried to play it back. Mountain Ridge, who'd thrown it in, but broken up well by this Lehi defense. And now the Pioneers with the throw in. This ball kept by the Sentinels. And this will be well out off the foot of that Lehi defense. Mountain Ridge to throw in. Looking up the line. That ball came off strong, and Lehi here will now have the throw in their defensive end of the field. Boy, Lehi, the first 5-10 minutes of this match seemed to do such a good job possessing in the offensive third, but since then, Mountain Ridge has done a great job of getting back the possession, getting some opportunities, though we're still scoreless here. That ball was played through, the follow by Twitchell, and that ball just came off long and out. Apologies, couldn't get the clock working for you, so we will just do some manual updates of that. We'll call it out as this game progresses. In our 30th minute. That ball sent up. Ridge trying to settle it. And they do so with Moon. That was taken away by the Pioneers as they try to work through traffic here. Mountain Ridge back with it. And a whistle here. This is going to be a dangerous play, and a yellow being given here as Spencer Croton's still down here for Mountain Ridge. They're going to come out and look at him. Third booking of the half here on the Pioneers, and stoppage here to take a look at Croton. You can tell he is in some pain. We'll step aside here as they look at the senior Spencer Croton. You're watching Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard and outfitted by Black Clover.
When I go to an employer, I have military experience and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
Croton able to walk off on his own. Good to see. Another free kick here coming up for Mountain Ridge. This 40 yards out. As it was Weber getting the card, I believe. Sent into the box. This ball in the air, wide of the goal, and handled by Anderson. This ball played out by the Mountain Ridge defense. Substitutions coming on here for Lehi. Weber back on, as is Swan. First time this ball's been down on the defensive side of Mountain Ridge in a while. The Sentinels have done a great job with that possession, and they get positioning off the free throw, and here they come again. Boy, Gaisford was trying to get a run up the near line. Now the chip over the top. Schultz and a high hop. Anderson able to handle it. He'll play it near side. That ball, beautiful job keeping that in on the sideline by Jackson Lofton for Lehi. Pioneers with it, trying to work it through the pressure here as Anderson will send it up. Headed back up by Palmer. Great job bringing that ball down there by Lofton. Mountain Ridge will have it here. Palmer looking to put this back in play. 32nd minute. Still scoreless here with Mountain Ridge and Lehi, much like the first match was. That was a zeros game through regulation. This ball sent up. Mountain Ridge won't get a shot off. Two Sentinels with opportunities to try to possess it behind that defense and just couldn't catch up to it. Schultz was there with the challenge, and Lehi can't work it out. Moon drops it back, taken over by Lofton. Pioneers coming with a nice little counter here. Mountain Ridge defense stood momentarily, but Pioneers now with just reinforcements. Here's Nephi. Lofton trying to play through. And Mountain Ridge will send it up. Nice job coming around there. But it's a challenge won by Mountain Ridge. It was Ayers. Now this ball sent ahead. Anderson off the bounce, able to gather. It was Eli Welch there for Mountain Ridge as the Sentinels again with the possession. Ayers gives it to Moon. Now Ayers has it. Ayers looking to center. Anderson tracking it, able to gather it out of the air. Cleared up by Ross Kelly. Bustos able to head that, trying to stay with it. And now the whistle here going to be called. We're on the challenge of Mountain Ridge. In our 35th. I think this is Weber who will be taking it 38 yards out. Had it out immediately. Retreating, and Lehi will have the throw in. Here's Nephi playing that ball ahead. Nice tackle made there. Mountain Ridge now playing it out of the defensive half. That ball looking ahead. Nice job there by Weber, just able to deflect it. Support by Mountain Ridge. Sentinels trying to put pressure on. Deflected away there by Sorensen, and now the whistle going to be called on Braxton for the effort. There'll be another kick coming up here for the Sentinels. Mountain Ridge late in the first half into the box. Anderson again. Palmer was running through the box, tried to get ahead on it. It's just above him. Foul here called on the grab. Yeah, we'll put this back in play. Here come the Sentinels. Ayers played it ahead, broken up by Weber. He sends it right back up. And now Ben Maw gathers for the first time in a while. Remember, Lehi had, what, 4 corners in the first 8 minutes of the match? And since then, I don't know, they've had 1. Maw had some work to do, and since then, he's just been getting cold out in the Lehi weather here on this chilly Friday night. And off the side of the foot and out of play. Mountain Ridge will have the throw in as we are in our 38th minute. As that ball just trickles out. Here's Moon coming near side with Schultz. Schultz trying to work around the defense here. Oh, nice job staying right with it by Preston. Plays that without fouling as Lehi does play it out. Mountain Ridge will have the throw in. It'll be McIntyre here. Moon trying to work it around. Hunga there defensively, and Hunga's clearing attempt deflected out by Mountain Ridge. That ball makes its way through. Players from both sides. In our 40th minute of play here in the first half. Pushed wide. Settled by Swan. Palmer pushing ahead. Anderson comes out and gathers. Great read. But we've got a whistle now coming back. Clock running here. There's less than 30 seconds left. Mountain Ridge needs to hurry if they want to get an opportunity coming up. You see Welker gather it quickly. Top of the box, headed out immediately. Welch trying to play it back in before Lehi sends it out wide. Mountain Ridge probably will not get the throw back in our first half will come to a completion. 40 minutes through, still no score between Lehi and Mountain Ridge. Playing for the top of Region 7 here on Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week. Getting ready to start the second half here at Lehi High School. The Pioneers and the Mountain Ridge Sentinels scoreless through the first half. Tops of Region 7 on the line here tonight for these two squads. And if there's nothing else we've learned, it's how even these two teams have been. 3 regulation periods of 40 minutes, no goals scored. The first match won in an overtime by Lehi. And even Coach Arthur saying, hey, look, you got to give credit. Because Lance had a beautiful overtime winner. You just see how stingy the top 2 defenses in this region are and have been, as Mountain Ridge will start with the ball here to start the second half. Talk about the defenses, but also 2 of the top scoring teams in region play. Mountain Ridge with 14 goals on the year. Alta after today with 14. Lehi with 12. Here come the Pioneers. As this ball pushed wide by Marsing. Mountain Ridge defense trying to work it out. Kept by Lehi. Aiken trying to run up there. Is Ma able to send that back ahead? Aiken was a young man. We called his name a couple times early in that first half. Lehi had sustained offensive possession early. Did not talk about number 40 much in the back half of that first half. Lehi here to throw in, looking for Yo. That ball was settled by Sterling, as the Sentinels couldn't gather it cleanly, and now they try. Ahead for Moon. Whistle here will give the kick to the Pioneers. Anderson will put it in play for Lehi. Back for Bambro. Chipped ahead. Bustos won't be able to get there for Lehi. Ball pinballing at midfield. Sentinels trying to bring it up. A cross into the box couldn't be handled securely. Is Lehi able to get it out? Mountain Ridge still possessing here, far side, I think, with Welker. Schultz trying to send one into the box. Couldn't quite get that settled for Mountain Ridge. Schultz, right-footed shot, sails high out of play. Good to see Croton back on. Remember, he was hurt in that first half. Moon able, sorry, that wasn't Moon. That was Twitchell. Was able to settle that. They tried to get it to Aiken. Now Aiken able to secure it, tried to play one ahead. Nephi, good challenge there put on by Mountain Ridge. Able to take that away was Cole McIntyre. Field here, looking up for Aiken. trying to survey and try to spin around and get rid of that one quickly up the field. Couldn't do it. Behind the defense of McIntyre. Mountain Ridge trying to settle it down now. Back with Cole. The sophomore was trying to get it up the sideline, but couldn't connect with his teammate Welch. Welch able to take that away off the throw-in. Moon looking up for Schultz. That ball played wide, and Mountain Ridge, I think, trying to recall if they had a corner in the first half. I don't think they did. This might be their first one of the match. Coming here in our 45th minute. Well, sorry, 46th minute. We're through 45. Mountain Ridge from the corner. Looking backside. Aiken able to get in the way of that shot. Miscommunication there as Mountain Ridge nearly was able to get one back. Marsing trying to track that down for Lehi, but Mountain Ridge first to the ball. Marsing able to keep that ball in on that far line, but then played out by Lehi. Trying to settle it. And the whistle here, drawn by Welch, did a great job. Time securing it and then drawing the contact there. It'll be a kick coming up here for Mountain Ridge. This will be 27 yards out. Mountain Ridge had a couple of these in the first half. Moon and Croton. Croton now going to head out wide. And it will be Tyler Moon, leading scorer for the Sentinels, to take it. Moon plays it to Croton. Croton. This ball rolls through. The shot off the ground, handled by Anderson. Schultz was there trying to follow, but Lehi able to pack things in there and limit it to no damage. Center. Oh boy. Wanted a one-timer for Moon. It was in stride and just couldn't get it on frame. One that Tyler Moon hands to the head and wish that he had a second opportunity there. Drop back here with Anderson. He'll come near side. Weber. That ball given up in midfield. Now drop back with Ben Maw. The keeper for Mountain Ridge sends it up. Here come the Pioneers. Yo looking for a run up the line. Instead, Nephi will send the ball through and out. Ma will put this in play for the Sentinels. There's Moon. Nice job with the patience there. Now looking to send a ball ahead. Off the bounce, gathered by Anderson. It was Welch who was trying to come in on the weak side. Couldn't get the timing there. Lehi plays the ball ahead. Palmer came up there for Mountain Ridge. Aiken was thinking he had time there. Was taken away very quickly by McIntyre, and Lehi unable to secure it and get a run ahead. It'll be Mountain Ridge here to throw in. Aiken, nice job playing that. The chip wide for Yo. Here comes Aiken. Looking for service. That ball sent out by Palmer immediately. Chipped ahead. Twitchell able to get there. Has a run in the middle from Schultz. That ball makes its way through. Schultz trying to recover. Top of the box, leaves it for Moon. Moon, the one-timer, just high. Tyler Moon set up from 18. Couldn't get it on frame. Boy, beautiful play there by Schultz. And you see Tyler Moon, we mentioned it, the leading scorer for Mountain Ridge. Two really good looks from near the same place. The first one hit the side of the foot. Said he would love another opportunity. He got it. Had good velocity on it. Just had that one just miss. Schultz looking to center again. Yo. No, it wasn't Yo. My apologies. This is Yo. Moves it back for Nephi as Lehi in space. That space just taken away by Croton. Pass out in front of Moon. And the midfield dropped here by Mountain Ridge, but no one there. It'll be Lehi to throw in. 52nd minute of play here at Lehi High School. Bustos gets it back on that far line, trying to work around the Sentinel defense. Here come the Pioneers. Bustos to the middle, looking for help. Marsing the shot, and this is going to head out as the freshman got under that one a little bit, sent it in the air, ended up taking some of the velocity off. Will put this in play. Trying to get a ball over the top for Welch. Nice job, I think, by Bambro. Nephi with it. Looking to Marsing. Marsing through traffic, and that was just a step in front of Bambro. Mountain Ridge now with the throw in on the far side. Here's Moon. Moon, a bouncer, handled there by Anderson. Schultz sends this one over. A shot here right to where Anderson was standing. was Gavin Ayers that was set up there. Tried to chip one to the middle. Nephi was there trying to break it up, but the Sentinels able to come back again with pressure here. Pass a couple Pioneers. Push ahead with McIntyre. McIntyre looking backside. Went off the side of the foot from Butterfield. He's trying to regather now. Has this one trickle out, and it'll be a kick here coming up for Red Anderson. Substitution coming on for the Pioneers. Be Jackson Lofton as Aiken will come off. As 55 minutes complete here at Lehi High School. Back to Anderson. Coming up there, I think it was Jordan Welker. Able to deflect it out. Do it again with Lehi on the far line. Nathan Shepard set to come on for Lehi at the next opportunity. Bustos was able to play it, but couldn't hold it as Mountain Ridge comes away with it. Palmer. Back wide. That ball chipped back to the middle for Moon, and a whistle here going to be called. I'll tell you, Tyler Moon covers a lot of ground. Good midfielder here for Mountain Ridge. This kick headed out by Palmer. Nephi trying to gather it, but it was Moon there that came away with it. Nice job by Butterfield there, just able to poke that away from Marsing, and a whistle here. That ball touched down quickly. Moon playing ahead, deflected. As that ball dropped back by Lofton. Here's Welch. Welch again. That shot didn't make its way through. It was deflected, I think, by Ross Kelly. Going to chip into the box. And we were able to clear it. Ball skills along that far sideline. Marsing able to keep that ball in. They'll drop it back now with Maw. Lehi with an opportunity. They play it wide. Lofton tried to chip one into the box. Just off the side of his foot, as Lehi will have the throw in. And they'll have some substitutions as well. Tyson Hunga coming back on here for Lehi, as does Ammon Cannon and Nathan Shepard. Pioneers throwing in. Bustos couldn't bring that down. Lehi with it in the midfield, trying to get that ball ahead, I think, for Honga. Now Tyson. Boy, just had that one sneak underneath. Trying to defend now. Ends up taking it away. That behind Marsing, giving up. Looking up for Butterfield, but that will be beyond him, out of play. Lehi here will throw in. Is in our 60th minute. Here, still no score. Lehi and Mountain Ridge. That ball finds its way through. Often just couldn't secure the possession. Mountain Ridge here will have the throw in, looking up the line with it. And the foul here is Welch ends up on the turf. Bring this back. Have a quick conversation here before this ball gets put in play. We'll take a moment here to thank some of our sponsors. Heidemann and Associates is a full-service law firm. If you have any legal needs, they can take care of them. Tell them that the Rewind Network sent you, Game Night Live Rewind sent you. You'll get a free consultation from Heidemann and Associates. Give them a call at 801-754-4240. Sorensen had that off the side of his foot. He kind of turned around, like frustrated he missed that. Mountain Ridge here to throw in. It's happened to all of us. Sorensen is trying to work on Welch. Welch came away with it. Pass that over. Welker is able to maintain that. Now Ayers with it. Plays it wide. Butterfield in, and that one sent over the crossbar. Was that by Moon again? It was. Couldn't tell if it was Moon or Twitchell, but it was Moon. You had two Sentinels with free runs through the box there. It was Moon that just chipped it up and over. Mountain Ridge found the back of the net once. The play was deemed offside. And in the last 10 minutes, Moon has had 3 of those. Good looks, close, that have just missed. Substitution, Brody Laga, the freshman, coming on for Mountain Ridge. Sorensen plays this one ahead. Laga there going to be called for contact there on the challenge. Pioneers, this ball through the box, headed and answered by Ma. Maybe the best opportunity for Lehi since the opening minutes of the match. And it'll be the Pioneers here to throw in. That ball deflected, and it will roll out. Be a kick here for Ma. But not before we have some substitutions for the Pioneers. Suwan and Bambro coming back on here. I've been saying Suwan, it's Nephi, number 10. We're just going to go with Nephi. Not had clarity on that last name, and my apologies to he and his family for that. Played to the middle. And it's Nephi coming away with it. Nephi leading the charge for Lehi. Has a couple runs. Tried to play one ahead for Shepherd. Lehi still with it. Nephi trying to play through traffic here. And that ball cleared out by Mountain Ridge. At midfield. A nice touch around there by Twitchell as the Lehigh defense will play that ball wide and out off the foot of Ross Kelly. Croton with it. Gonna head for Twitchell. This ball 5 yards beyond him. Drop back with Anderson. That Ball off the bounce. This will be too far beyond Lofton. Is Ma able to send it up? Laga. Looking the way there of Schultz. Schultz with it. Schultz, the shot is high over the crossbar. In play from Anderson. Palmer coming up out of the air, and a whistle here called at midfield. Will be Mountain Ridge will have the kick. Got to back this up 10 yards or so. Croton will put this in play for the Sentinels. Into the box, headed up. And the foul there on Palmer. Here comes Mountain Ridge. Laga try to get a shot. Couldn't get that on frame. Couldn't quite come around on that. Near side goes right to Laga. Ball played out by Mountain Ridge. Sorensen looking up the line. And it's Nephi coming away with it for Lehi. Pretty blatant grab there. And we're going to get a stoppage here and a card going to be given. Croton knew he was beat, reached out, tugged the jersey. So it'll be a kick here for Lehi. Clock stopped in the 67th minute. Remember, they scored in the 75th or 76th against Alta. Pushed that game to extra time. Our game today, still looking for our first goal of the match. This ball on frame, headed out behind the goal, and we will head back to the corner here with Lehi. Been a while since Lehi's had that corner. See if they can capitalize here. From the flag, in the box, headed out immediately. Preston able to gather it. That was deflected. Schultz, nice little step back there, chips the ball ahead. Laga giving chase. Help by Mountain Ridge kept it there, and then an unfortunate bounce for Lehi. Allows Mountain Ridge to recover it again. There's Nephi. I see a Mountain Ridge throw in here. We'll have substitutions here for the Sentinels. try to get those numbers for you. There's 11 Croton that just came on, as did Eli Welch. Schultz plays to Moon. Moon tried to leave it back. This ball dropped, and that is off target. Wide of the goal, and again, Anderson will put it in play. Moon able to settle it. Trying to work this around. We'll play that with Schultz. Now Welch and that Lehi defense playing it out. Lehi will make a substitution at the next opportunity. There's Joseph Graham waiting to come on. It'll be Mountain Ridge here to throw in. In our 70th minute, ball cleared away by Preston. Nephi looking ahead for Bustos. Palmer does a nice job to take that away momentarily. Lehi still with it. Nephi looking for help. Bustos just now getting back to his feet after the hard tackle. Couldn't get a shot away, and Laga able to clear it out for Mountain Ridge. Sorensen was coming back aggressively defensively there for Lehi, and now we've got a whistle on the challenge. It'll be a free kick here for Lehi, 35 yards out. Palmer, don't know that he agreed with that call. Still maybe petitioning or asking for some clarity. But it will be a kick here for the Pioneers in the 71st minute. Weber will leave, and it will be Nephi to take this kick. "35 yards out. Nephi, too tall. Graham back on now for Lehi. Lehi playing wide up that far line. No one was there. Mountain Ridge able to escape. That was just behind Moon. Now Moon trying to race up that far line. Couple Pioneers there. They'll be played out by Lehi. Schultz. That ball finds its way through. Sorensen there staying home, able to bring it up the near line now. Laga giving chase. Sorensen still with it. Plays in the middle. Ahead for Aiken. That ball was just 2 yards in front. As Paul, I thought that was Palmer. It was not. My apologies. I think it might have been Sterling able to play it wide there for this Mountain Ridge defense. Lehi will throw in. Sterling plays it out of the box. We got a whistle here. I think the call there coming will be a Mountain Ridge kick coming up. It'll be Croton to put it in play. The winner will have a 3-point lead at the top of Region 7. That ball cleared out. Nephi couldn't possess it. It'll be Lehi here to throw in. Substitution for the Pioneers. Christian Jones coming back on here for Lehi. Throwing up the line. Nephi Plays the ball ahead. The flag was up. Play was offside. As Ma came up to play that ball out. Boy, the timing on that ever so close. Lehi fans thought that play was on. Mountain Ridge fans, of course, having the gripe back from the first half on a play that the ball ended up in the back of the net. But ruled offside, and we remain scoreless here again. Nephi. To get that ball ahead with Graham. Graham looking wide. Aiken. Boy, had a lane. Aiken, that left-footed shot deflected by McIntyre. Boy, I thought he had a lane there. McIntyre did a great job to not let that shot get through. Just taken away by Nephi. This ball's ahead. And a big save by Ma. Oh, my goodness. A great chance for Lehi. Probably their best of the match. And a card given here to Sorensen. In our 75th, I think it was Christian Jones that had the opportunity.
Put your head out!
75th minute. Far side, out of play. Mountain Ridge with the throw-in. Sorensen ready to come on at the next opportunity. Which will be now. Headed up there by Lehi. Aiken able to cut that off. He sends the ball ahead for Jones. As that will trickle down. Ma with the throw up to midfield. Moon able to head it up. Moon's pass intercepted. Here comes Nephi. Nephi still with it. Able to work around Welch. Nephi again, and the whistle there. A call made on this Mountain Ridge defense, and Lehi earning a kick here from 30 yards out. I have stopped the clock here in our 77th. A big opportunity for the Pioneers late in regulation. Carson Weber set to take this kick, 26 yards out. Weber knocked down by the wall. Second opportunity, the chip. And it's just over the crossbar. Palmer sends it back up in the air. Pioneers coming near side with Sorensen, but he won't be able to track that down. Mountain Ridge to throw in. McIntyre quickly does so. Nephi sends the ball ahead. Jones, the nearest Pioneer, as that drop back by Palmer for Ma as his kick heads out of play. Thrown in. Look for Graham. Foul called there on the Pioneer senior. A good idea there by Twitchell was trying to get it ahead for Welch. Instead, here comes Aiken, as that ball will be 5 yards beyond him. Mott able to gather and throw it out quickly. We are in our 79th minute. Twitchell was looking back up for McIntyre, broken up by this Lehi defense. Pass couldn't be corralled by the Sentinels. Coming near side with Aiken. Aiken trying to work around. Left-footed shot handled by Ma off the bounce. 79 minutes complete in our final minute of regulation. Ball ahead for Twitchell. That ball deflected behind him. Sorensen now. Couple good challenges there by Lehi, and the foul called on the Pioneers. We're going to stop it here with 33 seconds left. Palmer will put it in play for Mountain Ridge. This will bounce through and roll out. Up to midfield. Clock down to 10 seconds left. Moon. And that ball drift wide. Schultz. Clock's down to 5. Tries to chip it up. Deflected. And we are through regulation time. 80 minutes played, still no score. Extra soccer coming up here between Lehi and Mountain Ridge. Overtime coming up next on Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week.
When I go to an employer, I have military variants and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
So just like the first match between Mountain Ridge and Lehi, the second heads to overtime. It was Carson Lance with the game winner in the first. Can Lehi sweep Mountain Ridge on the season? We'll play 2 10-minute periods. First to score wins. And if we are still scoreless, tied, after those 20 minutes, we'll head to a shootout. Mountain Ridge starting with the possession. Nephi does a nice job working that ball around. Here's Aiken with it. Aiken looking to center, and this ball just over the crossbar again. Lehi has had a couple of those really in the second half. Tyler Moon knows what that feeling is like for Mountain Ridge. And foul here, the call on the Sentinels. The linesman was trying to wave his flag earlier. We'll see if he if conversation with the official changes anything. Does not look like it will.
Let's go, Lehi! Let's go! Let's go, Lehi! Let's go! Let's go!
So Lehi will have a kick here in overtime.
Let's go, Lehi! Let's go!
And that is high over the crossbar again. There's Welch, drops it back. Croton played it wide. Whistle there on the challenge by Lehi. Played ahead up the line, but beyond his teammate, Lehi will have the throw in. The whistle on the far line now. A kick for Mountain Ridge coming up. This ball to the top of the box. Palmer, a roller, handled by Anderson. Hold out near side. Moon able to work his way around. And Moon goes down. Slide there by Sorensen. Called here with the whistle, and it'll be a free kick coming up now for Mountain Ridge. Croton to take it. The chip, backside, headed out. Moon plays it wide, but Twitchell couldn't track it down. Thrown in here by Lehi quickly. Out again, off Mountain Ridge. Again. This ball will have enough to roll through and out. Substitution here for Lehi as Anthony Bustos is going to come back on here. Christian Jones will come off. That ball was in between Bustos and Aiken, but it goes to Nephi. Here's Nephi, tried to play wide to Aiken, broken up, given away, and now Mountain Ridge able to clear it out. It'll be Lehi here to throw in as Sorensen had come up. Played 85 minutes. As Palmer heads it up off the throw-in. Not giving up. Moon trying to play a ball ahead. Preston retreating. Drops it back here with Anderson. Nice job there by Weber to break it up, but it's turned over in the midfield. Anderson able to gather it. Nice idea there. They were trying to get Welch a one-timer, top of the box. Just defended well, just wasn't able to get a clean strike off of it. Mountain Ridge here will throw in. They've got a man up. Couldn't take advantage of it as Lehi was able to gather defensively before Twitchell could possess it. And we play on here in the midfield. Bustos and Palmer were there challenging for. Both went to the turf. Mountain Ridge here to throw in. It will be McIntyre to do so. Moon. Time plays it ahead and wide with Schultz. Lehi to bring on substitutions. Christian Jones going to come back on, as will Jackson Lofton. Opportunity to try to keep those legs at the top of the formation fresh here in our overtimes for as long as it may require, or 12 and a half more minutes. That ball kept in. No, it was not. I thought it was. The linesman was there, deemed that out. Marsing ready to come back on here for Lehi at the next whistle, or the next opportunity, I should say. That throw in kind of leapt up off the turf. I think Nephi there for Lehi trying to keep it in. Whistle called here on Mountain Ridge. Be a kick for the Pioneers. Is that headed up by McIntyre for Mountain Ridge. And the whistle here called on Twitchell, I believe, for that challenge. As we are closing down our 89th minute. Weber's kick on frame, caught out of the air by Ma. Weber gives that up with Moon. Here's Twitchell, back to the middle. Marsing was ready for it. For this Lehi defense, Moon not giving up. Able to deflect that. Mountain Ridge here will have the throw-ins. Clock down to 20 seconds left. I'll have to bring this back. Precious seconds coming off here at the end of this first overtime. We'll do it again, and overtime number 1 is now complete. 10 more minutes to find a winner. And if not, we'll head to a shootout. Lehi, Mountain Ridge still tied in our Game Night Live Rewind Game of the Week. Ten more minutes as we get ready to start our second overtime. Talk about two of the top defenses in the region. And when you don't allow many goals, you find yourselves winning a lot of games and in these kinds of opportunities. Lehi starts with the possession here in overtime number 2. Schultz working around. Well, he's got a run in Butterfield. That's where he tried to go. Plucked out of the air there by Weber. So Nephi just couldn't quite settle that to get rid of it before he was closed down upon by this Mountain Ridge midfield. Good idea there by Jones, trying to play it back to Bustos, but had that deflected out by the Sentinels. And Lehi will throw in. Looking in for Bustos. That ball high hop, and Ma able to gather it. Played out. That couldn't be settled by Mountain Ridge. Lehi now will have the throw in. Whistle here, the call against Mountain Ridge. I think the call was on Butterfield. In the box, headed up by Palmer. That's Moon coming away with it for Mountain Ridge. Recovering there quickly was Hunga for Lehi. Here comes Butterfield. He's got Welch ahead with him as Mountain Ridge, the rest of his front line catching up with him. That ball poked away, working through traffic here with the Pioneers. Nephi Sends it ahead. Bustos trying to keep that live, and now the whistle here. Call here will be on Lehi. Bustos here having the conference with our center. Nice job there by Preston for Lehi defensively. Nephi's pass was deflected by Sterland. Moon. Whistle there, and I didn't hear it, so I was a little surprised there. Everyone on the field did. Here's Croton, just shy of midfield. Into the box and sent out immediately by Lehi. There's Butterfield. That was deflected by Nephi. That ball's still in. Bustos there trying to track that down for Lehi. He fell down. Palmer fell down. And it's Lehi with it. Left for Bustos. Mountain Ridge retreating here defensively. Marsing with it. Drops it back. There's Nephi trying to work through Mountain Ridge traffic. Still with it. Bustos has a man wide. And taken away by Butterfield. Now they'll get it to the wing. This play onside. We've got a Mountain Ridge player down, and now we'll have a stoppage. And what would be our 95th minute? Clock being stopped here to look at the injured Sentinel. Take a moment here, thank some of our sponsors of Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week. A reminder, if you need to refresh your wardrobe, check out blackcloverusa.com for a full lineup of men's and women's gear. Polos, outerwear, hats, whatever you might need. It's more than just for the links. You're going to love your Black Clover gear. See their full lineup? Visit blackcloverusa.com. Palmer was the injured Mountain Ridge player. He'll have to come off here. As we'll look to put this back in play near that far sideline. Chipped up, top of the box. One-timer wide. Tough shot there for Bambro. Couldn't get it on frame. Just a little bit of a sidestep kick there. Lehi possessing here in the midfield. There's Honga playing that up the wing. This ball rolls through, was a couple yards in front of Aiken. Good idea there for Lehi, but couldn't connect with the freshman wing, Yo Aiken. Let's throw in, headed up for Mountain Ridge. As we are through 95 minutes played. Here's Nephi. A great job there defensively by Ayers, cutting him off. Butterfield trying to retreat here to gather from Mountain Ridge. It is Sorensen that came away with it. Sent back up with Moon. Back with Moon. He tried to send one ahead. Broken up there by Weber. Plucked out of the air. There's Bustos. And Sterling was there to break it up for this Mountain Ridge defense. Here's Aiken. Looking ahead there off the foot of Preston. I couldn't keep it, headed up. Support coming from behind. Into the box. And the roll. And there's your game winner. The Lehi Pioneers. Braxton Sorensen. In the 98th minute, the Pioneers able to defeat Mountain Ridge 1-0. And they get the sweep. The junior defenseman, Braxton Sorensen, up the wing, a beautiful header to find him on the run, works around a couple Sentinels, and the junior scores it to push Lehi to the top of Region 7 as they defeat Mountain Ridge 1-0. Congratulations to the Pioneers. And Braxton Sorensen with the game winner. Want to thank you for joining us on Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week as Lehi defeats Mountain Ridge in double overtime 1-0. For Tino Psyche, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Game Night Live Rewind's Game of the Week.